Faversham's community radio.
We've got Lynn from the Harmony Therapy Trust here to tell us a bit more about what they do and how you can support them.
Yes, thank you. So we provide free therapies for people with life-altering, life-threatening chronic illnesses. We've got a team of therapists all over Kent, but we have also got some in Faversham. And on a medical referral, we can set them up for up to 6 free sessions of nice gentle treatment like reflexology, Reiki, massage, that kind of thing. So when they're going through a horrible illness, it can give them a little bit of mental and physical well-being.
So who does the referral?
Only from a medical practitioner, so it'd be a GP, oncologist, specialist at hospital, nurses, even a social prescriber we can take a referral from.
And so if somebody's actively ill, do you have to wait for a period before they can have some treatment?
It all depends on their symptoms and whatever treatment they're having at the time. So, for instance, if someone has cancer and they're having chemotherapy, some of our therapists are trained, oncology trained, so they are able to actually give treatment at the time. But for others, we might need to wait, and it all depends on the individual. We treat every beneficiary on their own situation.
And over what sort of period of time do they have the treatment? Is it sort of, you said it's 6 weeks, but is that within a year, or is it an open-ended thing?
It tends to be 1 session per month, and it's up to 6 sessions. So depending on the illness and the symptoms. For cancer, it is always 6 treatments, but for other illnesses, it might be 2, might be 4. We also provide 2 sessions for carers. Often they'll be in,
They get forgotten, don't they, the carers?
They do, yeah. And it could be that might come through at the time of referral from the doctor, or it could be that our therapist in dealing with the beneficiary might feel that the carer needs some support as well.
I think that's fantastic. And so what volunteers do you need? What support do you need?
Right, we are a very small team. Obviously, our therapists, they're not entirely volunteers, but we need support with admin, perhaps with social media. Funding bids is a big thing, because obviously the more referrals we generate by coming out and doing these awareness events, the more money we need to cover it. So funding bids is a big thing. Also help at events. We do a lot of fundraising events out and about around all of Kent. Anybody who had a bit of time to come and help us on our stalls would always be great.
And so how do they get in touch with you?
Our email address is harmony@tht.org.uk. Just drop us an email, tell us what kind of thing they're interested in, and we can arrange to have a meeting or a phone call, whatever.
Thank you so much, Lynn, for coming to talk to us today, and I hope that we will be playing this out on air so our listeners will get to hear all about the wonderful work you and the team do, and hopefully drum up some support for you.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Giving Faversham a voice and playing a great mix of music. This is Radio Faversham. This is Faversham's community radio, Radio Faversham.
So here we are at the Volunteers Day at the Guildhall, looking for volunteers for lots of different opportunities. So come along and talk to some of the stall holders. And I've got Claire here, and she's from Crossroads in partnership with Macmillan Cancer Support.
Hello.
Thank you for coming to talk to us, Claire.
Thank you for having me.
Now, tell us a little bit about what you need, what you do, and how people can get involved.
Thank Thank you. Yeah, so we're a very unique partnership. So we are funded by Macmillan Cancer Support, but we sit under the umbrella of Crossroads Care Kent, who are another charity. So it's two charities working in partnership together. My role is I manage the Macmillan Volunteer Service, and we provide volunteers to support people living with cancer. That is across the whole of Kent and Medway, and those volunteers support in a number of different ways. So they provide companionship support, visiting a person living with cancer in their home, having a cup of tea and a chat and giving them that additional support. We also do a little bit of kind of practical support, a bit of light housework and gardening. It isn't the thing that volunteers want to do, unfortunately, but there are people living with cancer that really want that support. So it is another offer. And then we also provide volunteers to provide transport to healthcare appointments. That's very much our busiest service. So we have volunteers who take people to their chemotherapy and radiotherapy at the main Kent hospitals. But they can also support in getting to GP appointments and things like that. All our volunteers are paid expenses as well, so we always make sure they're not out of pocket, and it's a brilliant service.
So do they get any training or preparation for the roles that they take on?
They do indeed. So all of our volunteer roles, we do require obviously a DBS check and a couple of references. But the training provided is we provide a day of training just on kind of the do's and don'ts and things like that, and an overview of what we do. And then we can also offer additional training as well. So we link in with Macmillan for any information about cancer that they might need, but also of other health conditions as well, because sometimes we're supporting people who have other health conditions. And we do things like mental health awareness training and things like that, just to make sure the volunteers have got absolutely everything that they need to support their roles.
So it sounds like you can do as much as you want as a volunteer in this your schemes.
Yes, yeah, it's very much flexible. That's something I'm really keen to get the message across to people, because I know how busy people are. They haven't always got the time to volunteer. With our transport service, it's very much, when you're available. What happens is somebody comes through to us, they've got so many radiotherapy appointments, and we will send those appointments out to our drivers who's available, and anyone who's available can pick it up, and all they've got to do is take somebody to their appointment and bring them back again. They might be a bit of waiting around, but that's very much dependent on how long the appointment is and the volunteer. And with our companionship volunteers, it's normally 1 hour a week. But again, it very much depends on that volunteer, and it's flexible, if they're on holiday or if the person they're supporting is unavailable. It's very much worked around an individual's availability. And I would say as well, we take volunteers of any age. So we have, normally it's over the age of 18. We do have a partnership with a school in Ramsgate with sixth form students who go out in pairs, so they've got a bit of support there. So they're sort of 16, 17. But normally it's over the age of 18, and our oldest volunteer is 90 years old. So we just, like to say that age doesn't matter. We'll take anyone, and we're really grateful for any support that anyone can give.
That sounds really amazing. I was thinking about how you allocate. Do people normally get companions or go and support people not too far from them, or can they have to travel a bit of a distance, or do you kind of work out, whether they've got transport, whether they need to take the bus or?
Yeah, so we try and match people up with somebody who's in the same town as them, and that's a big reason why I'm here today. We unfortunately have very few volunteers in Faversham, so we really want to raise awareness.
Faversham, you can do better than that.
Yeah. So we really want to raise awareness and make sure there are enough volunteers to support the people that need us. So we have a lot of volunteers who will walk to support somebody. If they do have to travel a little bit, again, it's covered by expenses, but we'll always look who's closest, and particularly with the volunteer driving as well. will again allocate to somebody who's closest. They're not having to travel too far. But it's all very much dependent on, you know, who's referred to our services and who we've got available as volunteers. And we do try and match them up with volunteers who've got similar interests as well, if we can, just so they've got something to talk about. You know, if we've got a client who's referred to us who's really interested in travelling, we'll match them up with a volunteer who's, you know, done lots of travelling. So the more volunteers we've got, the more opportunities we've got to create those, you know, those wonderful partnerships as well.
So it sounds like volunteering can be a two-way thing where it can be companionship for you as well as a volunteer, you know, so particularly if you've got, like you say, interests. It's nice to to go and see somebody, talk about those interests with them, and you're doing some good. And I expect the clients really appreciate that as well.
They do. They really do. And I've had a conversation with someone today, and they said, "Do you just support people living on their own?" And I said, "Actually, no, we don't. We support people who, you know, have got support around them, people whose family members are caring for them, and, you know, they need a bit of a break, which is very much what we do on the Crossroads side of things as well. But we do support a lot of people who are living on their own, you know, family have moved away and they haven't got very much support, and it's really important for them just to have somebody else to talk to, and somebody away from that hospital setting, you know, the kind of clinical support they're getting from the nurses when they're going through their treatment. They can talk about anything but their cancer diagnosis if they want to, and it just gives them, you know, a chance to...
Normalises things a little bit for them. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Claire, for coming to talk to us today. We really appreciate it, and we do hope that you do manage to generate a lot of interest for this very worthy cause. So, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Giving Faversham a voice and playing a great mix of music. This is Radio Faversham. Giving Faversham a voice. This is Radio Faversham, Faversham's community radio.
And we're going to chat to someone from Swale Friends of the Earth. Hello, what's your name, sir? Into the microphone. Put it quite close to your mouth.
Martin Collins.
There we go. Okay, Martin, so what is Swale Friends of Earth all about?
Okay, well, we're affiliated with the national group, but we are pretty well self-driven here. We've been involved for several decades now in local events. We've put on the Christmas fair, which will be happening again this year, we hope, at the Guildhall. We've done practical actions such as helping at the recreation ground, litter picking events. We've participated in all the fairs and things that have been going on. A principal aim, though, I think, is lobbying, really. So we've lobbied government, we've joined various campaigns. We have involved ourselves in local events as well. We put on lots of film shows. We've put on the Lovely World event at the Guildhall, at the Alexander Centre, which we took over for the weekend, and invited many businesses to demonstrate what they were doing in terms of future proofing.
Giving Faversham a voice. This is Radio Faversham, Faversham's community radio.
I am now joined by, is it Steve or Stephen?
Stephen.
Stephen, hello Stephen.
Hi.
And he's with the Scouts.
Yep. Hi, so I'm a part of one of First Faversham Scout group. I run our Cubs, and I'm here today at the Volunteer Fair to see if we can get some interest for a new group that we are starting up in Bisonwood. This is going to be 4th Faversham Scouts group, and we are looking to start with the youngest section, which is called Squirrels.
Squirrels.
Yeah, so this is it's fairly new to scouting. This is for 4 to 6 year olds.
Okay.
And it's been rolled out nationally, and we are looking for volunteers to come and help. As I say, the new Squirrels Dray, that's what we call them, at Bisonwood on Thursday evening. So our first meeting, hopefully, if we can get enough volunteers, will be Thursday the 12th of June. Okay, that's be at 5 o'clock at Bisonwood School. The sessions will be an hour, and they will be run during term time, so the same as school. So we're looking for volunteers to come and help. Now, what I will say is, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a uniform volunteer like myself to help run the group. There will be lots of additional roles, such as being part of the committee, kind of some back office volunteers as well required to help run the whole admin to help run the whole section. So again, if kind of working directly with the children isn't for you, then that's fine. There are plenty of roles because scouting is for all.
Excellent. So how can we find more information about this? Who do we contact?
Okay, to get more information, if you can email Millie Isaac, so that's millie.isaac, MILLY.ISAAC at scouts.org.uk, as Millie is in charge of setting up new groups, our new sections within the county. And you can also go to the website, so scouts.org.uk/volunteer, where you can look at the wider volunteering roles and groups around the county.
That's excellent. Right. So what activities can they get up to? What do the kids get involved in, and how they kind of what will schools be doing? Squirreling around.
Yeah, lots and lots of things. So there's lots of ideas as part of the programme, but again, it's up to the individual units how they kind of run, what they can do. But there are lots of outdoor activities, lots of games for them to play for cooperation, for teamwork, just lots of general having fun, and kind of big ethos of Scouts, whatever age, is skills for life. So they will learn new skills which will really help them out going forward, and things they can build on if they stay in scouting and move up through Beavers, Cubs, Scouts and Explorers as they get older.
Yeah, so learning lots of great things to do with camping.
Yeah, these can be outdoor things. These are things in nature, camping skills. They'll learn things like knots. Knots are very important. I'll get in trouble if I don't mention the knots.
Yes.
Big part of it. And as they progress through scouting, then they get to do lots more adventurous things. So there'll be camping, You can do water sports, archery. The list is endless and
Yes.
goes on.
Yeah.
And it's just lots and lots of fun to be had.
There we go. So Scouts, a new division
Yep.
for Faversham at Bisonwood School.
That's right, yep.
First
So
meeting again is happening.
It is Thursday the 12th at 5 o'clock.
Thursday 12
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock. But thanks for coming down.
Brilliant. Thank
Hope you
for
had
having me.
a good day.
Yes, yeah, it's been
Get the
good.
information out there.
Yeah, it's been good to help spread the word, so thank you for giving me the opportunity.
You're very welcome.
Giving Faversham a voice and playing a great mix of music. This is Radio Faversham. Giving Faversham a voice. This is Radio Faversham, Faversham's community radio.
Right, now we're joined by one of the volunteers of the Girl Guides. Hello, what's your name?
Hello, I am Julia. I am one of the division commissioners for Faversham Girl Guiding.
Wow. How long have you been doing that for?
As a commissioner, about a month.
A month?
In Girl Guiding, about 30 years.
30 years, wow.
Yeah, I joined when I was 5 and haven't left. Have
Haven't
not
left?
left and gradually get given more and more responsibility as you stay. It's brilliant.
Excellent. What's the best part of Girl Guiding you like to do?
Best part has got to be the girls. They are
Yeah.
hilarious. They surprise me every week with some of the comments they come out with. I work with Rainbows, who are 4 to 7, and they are hilarious. And then also I have run a Brownie unit who are 7 to 10, and seeing them come in as really shy, quiet 7-year-olds and then leave as boisterous, loud, know-it-all 10-year-olds to go up to guides. It's brilliant to watch that transformation, and it's a lovely thing to be part of their lives in a girl guiding capacity.
Yes. Right. So what is... You go on camps, I take it. Do you go... What does it like to do on camp or activities?
We do tons of things. So obviously our bread and butter is our weekly meetings with the girls. But we also, certainly with Brownies, once a year we try to go on pack holiday, taking the girls away. With Brownies, usually it's indoors, sort of dormitory style, and just having 4 or 5 nights away, just having fun. Usually it's themed. Last year we had a Roald Dahl themed pack holiday with lots of Matilda and we had Peaches, James and the Giant Peach, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They made their own chocolate. That was brilliant.
Wow.
And guides, we take them to camp, so that is under canvas, in tents, and it is intense as well sometimes.
It's the creepy crawlies and spiders that get them screaming.
Yeah, we just they're all right. They're all right. They were living there. We're just there. The creepy crawlies were living in the field. We've just come to camp in it for a week. So
make friends with the insects.
We have to make do. But yeah, no, the girls love it. It's a proper chance to get back to nature. Just cooking over a fire, sleeping in a tent, getting muddy, just being outside and being kids and having fun. It's great.
Indeed, yeah. So, whereabouts you based?
So,
down in Faversham and...
Yeah, Faversham and surrounding villages. I mean, girl guiding are across the UK, and then there's other branches of guiding across the entire world. I'm not sure how many countries, but lots of them. We're in lots of countries. In Faversham Division, we've got a couple of Brownie units, 3 Brownie units in town. Then we've also got Selling and Newnham Brownies. We've got 2 Rainbow units in town, 2 Guide units in town, and a Ranger unit as well. So
wow.
I think we've got over 150 young people across all of those units, and we need lots of volunteers to make that happen.
Indeed, that's why we're here today at the Guildhall. Come up inside and have a look around, collect some flyers. We just had some brought down to us today. Well Thinking Day 2021.
Yeah, we've got badges as well, because it's all about the badges. Best.
Yes.
I mean, I did say, what's the best bit about girl guiding? And I did say it was the girls. Actually, it's badges. I love a badge. It's all about earning a badge, and actually presenting the badges to the girls as well as a leader is special, and seeing their joy at getting a badge, wearing it on their uniform with pride, or sewing it on a camp blanket. It's so if you come and chat to us today, we have got some badges to give out to you as well.
There we go. Achievements.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So come along, have a look, and get involved. We've got a little one, a medium one.
Yeah, I mean, lots of opportunities for girls to join us, but even if you don't have any little ones, there's lots of opportunities for adults as well. There's no commitment too small, whether you come along once a month or you're a yearly person that just wants to help out at camp but can't do weekly meetings. There's always behind the scenes stuff, admin and accounting. If someone could come do that for me so that we can spend more time doing stuff with the
Having
girls.
the fun things.
If someone
Doing the
wants to
fun
do my
things.
paperwork so I can do the fun stuff, that'd be grand. But also, we're always up for anyone we can, from volunteering from age 13. We have people come in, volunteer with us as part of their Duke of Edinburgh Awards. And then anyone over 18 can volunteer with Girl Guiding in any capacity. And there's lots of opportunities for adults as well. We do adult training weekends where just the leaders get to go. Basically, it's a brownie holiday, but just adults. That's a lot of fun. And there's lots of training opportunities as well, with first aid training, which is always really important to have.
Yes.
So we love it. And actually, I've made so many friends with other Girl Guiding leaders, people through Girl Guiding. I know, in fact, the reason I live in Faversham is because I met someone on a Girl Guiding weekend away when I was 15, 20 years ago last month it was. And they are now my best friend and the reason why I moved to Faversham. So
there we go.
Girl
Yes.
Guiding is fabulous. Come and join us.
Come and join us. Find information up inside the Guildhall for the volunteering fair here today. Spare time that you have, come and get involved. Well, as you say, all ages, even for the adults, to come and be supervisors. Yes. Thank you, Tony. And your name again is?
Julia.
That is Julia. Right, thank you.
Giving Faversham a voice and playing a great mix of music. This is Radio Faversham. Giving Faversham a voice. This is Radio Faversham, Faversham's community radio.
Yeah, here we are at the Faversham Volunteer Fair outside the Guildhall. Come on in, have a look around. But more importantly, we've got something great outside the front of the Guildhall. And I'm now here joined by...
Sergeant Major Colin Port from Faversham Army Cadet Force.
Excellent. What's the vehicle you got outside with us here and now?
It's a former Royal Artillery gun tractor, Land Rover 101 forward control.
How old is it?
It's built in 1975.
1975. Does it run all right?
It runs very well.
Very well, very reliable,
Yes.
as they should be. Yes.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So, what do you get up to in the Army Cadets?
We do a wide variety of military training and sort of more civilian subjects, such as drill, map reading, the standard of turnout of uniforms, skill at arms, shooting, fieldcraft, which is all the sort of camping out, patrolling, ambushing, that type of thing. Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme.
Involved in that,
first
yes.
aid. Yeah, we do. There's a pretty vast array of subjects that we cover.
Excellent, excellent. How long have you been involved in the Army Cadets?
33 years.
33 years. Wow.
Prior to that, I was in the Army.
Yes. Bring the skills and the ambition and, yeah.
Yes, that's the idea, but you don't have to have been in the Army to serve as an adult volunteer with the Army Cadet Force.
Right. And whereabouts are you based in Faversham?
We're at the Cadet Centre in Stone Street, which is just opposite Faversham Plumbing.
Oh, yes. Whereabouts? And do you do parades? And
We had 2 nights a week we were called parade nights. Basically, that's sort of more classroom-based training. And then we get involved with town centre events like Remembrance Sunday Parade, that type of thing.
Yeah, we see you there, yeah.
And most of our sort of more practical training and testing, range work, that type of thing is done on weekends, mostly down at Shorncliffe area, Folkestone.
Okay, yeah.
Annual camp can be as far away as Oakhampton on Dartmoor.
Oh, camp, Dartmoor. Brilliant. So, under the canvas?
Some of it is, yeah. We use a sort of military-style basher, which is a very simple basher sheet that you kind of crawl under with your sleeping bag and cook and eat all in a very small space.
Right, excellent. Right. Anything else you want to say? So when do you all meet up, and what are the ages that you're looking that you can enrol?
Yeah, we cadets can be aged from 12 to 18. We're on a Monday and a Thursday evening from 7 till 9. We are also recruiting adults who can either be on the uniform side or they can come in as non-uniform sort of instructors or administrative assistants.
Excellent.
Giving Faversham a voice and playing a great mix of music. This is Radio Faversham. Giving Faversham a voice. This is Radio Faversham, Faversham's community radio.
And now I am joined by Trees for Farms, and your name, sir, is?
My name is Paul Samson.
Hello, Paul. Right. So tell us a bit more about Trees for Farms.
Okay, well, Trees for Farms is a local group of volunteers that was started up about 5 years ago, and we are asked to plant trees and hedges on local farms in the Swale area.
Excellent. So yeah, we're in Swale. So what are you looking for in volunteers?
Okay, so volunteers are 100% important to us. We need them to support us in the planting of new hedges and trees, and also to maintain the trees and hedges that we put in for a number of years after planting.
Excellent. Right, so upkeep and maintaining and adding new hedgerows and planting trees. So how do they find more information about getting involved?
Okay, so we're planting this year in November approximately 200 metres of new hedge. This will be about 1,000 plants going in on a farm just outside Doddington.
Okay, right, yeah.
So the volunteers are very important to help us get them in the ground and also to support them in the looking after the trees once they're in the ground by putting in mulch, wood chip, and also cutting over through the summer period any vegetation that will help, grows through. So anything that they can do to help is appreciated. Our website is fully up and running, and that is www.treesforfarms.co.uk, or you can email us to info@treesforfarms.co.uk, where we can help you with any questions you may have, and also give you information about when our next events are happening.
Right, so this is very important to keep the hedgerows and the trees, and it's something that you can appreciate in the future years as they mature, and then keep your hand involved in that maintaining and keeping looking good.
Absolutely.
Applying, because what is the benefits of having hedgerows?
The benefit is to the wildlife, and that is providing connectivity between woodlands, etc. Is putting back hedges that have been taken out through modern agricultural practices, and also is providing a habitat for wildlife to live in and and eat from and maintain and and breed from as well. So that is important, that the species we put in help the wildlife.
Indeed. Well, great talking to you.
Thank you.
Like you said, you want to keep it brief and on point. That was very well done. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed for the opportunity to talk about Trees for Farms.
You're very welcome. We'll be putting on our YouTube channel, so me chatting about it now, people will be hearing about it now. So yeah, great. So Trees for Farms. Find out more information through our website and their website.
Giving Faversham a voice and playing a great mix of music. This is Radio Faversham.
Kathy, hello. So she runs, where's it gone? The Faversham Safari. No, you pocketed it. All right, let's chat about the Faversham Safari. I won't put you on the mic. I want you to talk to us about it. First Sunday in August. 3rd of August this year, Faversham Safari. Yeah, can I put the mic on you? Can you say, yeah?
On then.
So what is it all about?
So it's boot fairs throughout the whole of Faversham, so people can have tabletop sales outside their home. They register online, they can do that from now. It's only £6.50 and all the money goes to Faversham Creek Trust, so your £6.50 goes to Faversham Creek Trust. We usually have over 100 homes taking part each year.
Wow.
It's our 11th year that we've been running the safari. It's a wonderful community event. Get to know your neighbours, have little mini markets around, in your close, outside your home.
Yeah.
It's just a really good, nice feel-good event that also brings lots of people into Faversham. And it's also the antiques market on that Sunday as well. So it's a very, very busy
antiques market
busy day.
in the Court Street
in the town.
Yeah. Throughout. Did you also have something in the Alexander Centre?
Yeah, the Alexander every
People
year
that can
help
have
support us. There's somewhere where you can go to find out more information.
Great.
They also have stalls inside, so they have a mini market every year inside the Alexander Centre. Up a copy of the map. You can go to them first, pick up your copy, and then travel around Faversham with your map. But you can just ask people which direction to go to next because everyone's friendly.
Everyone's
so
friendly.
People don't know Faversham. They just say, where should I go? Where should I go next?
Yeah.
And Flood Lane Green has a mini market and the Purifier building will be open as well. So it's just a very nice community event.
Yeah, somewhere to go and investigate and discover.
Yep.
And
pick up a bargain.
From tabletop stalls outside people's homes. It's a great
Very
way.
good.
And in August, and always praying for the nice weather.
We have had sun every year so far.
Has it been good every year?
There's no wood here to touch. Wood. I've got to touch some wood.
There's some wood.
Every year it's
of the
been
Guildhall.
sunny. Yeah. So it's just a really, really nice community event. So hopefully everyone will join in. But do book online, find the website. It's on the Wix website. Just type in Faversham Safari.
Faversham Safari. Wixsite.com/Kent. But yeah, do a Google search for Faversham Safari to find for more information and get involved. Excellent. Right, we've got a song request. We thought it was very safari-like. It's The Light Sleeps Tonight by The Tokens.
Giving Faversham a voice and playing a great mix of music. This is Radio Faversham.